Welcome back to a brand new video. We just hit 216 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Please hit the like button down below and hit that post notification bells for future videos that you would like to see from Legacy Politics. Also, please follow my Twitter account at Legacy Politics as well, and my Instagram account at Legacy Politics. Well, guys, today we're going to be analyzing what's currently happening with the 2020 presidential election, what I got right, what I got wrong, and why I got it wrong. And first, I just want to apologize to all of y'all for not getting a video out on Thursday. I was pretty busy. I had to be somewhere that afternoon, and not really much has changed since when I was tweeting on election night. So I apologize for not getting a video to you out on Thursday, but we're here now on our Monday edition, and we're going to be discussing the race, a race that I'm not ready to call yet. I don't think that the race is over. And I don't think we'll know for a while. You have the fake news media coming out and endorsing Biden and saying Biden has won the election. I'm not ready to say that yet, but it is looking that way, and I'll show you here in a minute why I'm not ready to say that yet. But first off, just sit back and relax and enjoy your Monday edition of Legacy Politics. Alright, here back on Legacy Politics, looking at the current map by the New York Times. They have Joe Biden has reached the threshold of 279 to win the presidential election with 75 million votes to Donald Trump's 71 million votes. And they have Joe Biden winning the popular vote by around 4% as of now. Now, it's hard to really see Joe Biden getting 75 million votes, so I think that's very interesting. But for Trump to get 71 million votes is even crazier. That means he improved by almost 10 million votes from 2016, and the fact that he could still lose the election is pretty incredible. But I want to talk about my prediction and what I got wrong, and just apologize to you for that. So I'm going to move it over here to my presidential election final prediction, 296 to 242. I had Trump winning, and we'll go. Here's the actual the map as of now. So let's just start over here. So I got pretty much all of this right. Nevada, I had tilt D, and it was tilt D. Arizona, I had tilt red, and Arizona is still undecided. And I'll talk about Arizona here in a minute. Fox News and everybody who called Arizona for Biden, just embarrassing. Fox News embarrassed itself that they called it that early. Trump is on path to possibly win that state, so don't sleep on Arizona. So I called New Mexico and Colorado in the safe blue margin. Colorado was solid blue, and New Mexico was safe. So I mean, I was pretty much on track there. I said Colorado would go to Biden by 9, and it went to him by 10.5. So not too bad there. New Mexico, I was right on track. Texas, I was also right on track. I said it'd go to him by 5 or 6, and that's exactly what it did. It went to him by around 6 points there in Texas. In Nebraska second, I said Trump would win it by a tilt margin unless the suburbs trended away from him. And guess what? They trended away from him as Biden won Nebraska second by a lean margin. Actually, he won it by 3 or 4 points there in Nebraska 2nd District. That was a huge blow to Trump, especially if he does win. If he would have won that and hold on to Arizona and Georgia and North Carolina, and man, it'd have been interesting if he could just picked off one of these states right here. He would have done it. Yeah, so back to my prediction. Iowa, I had safe R, and that's exactly what it was, safe R. Minnesota is where I got it pretty much the most wrong. Minnesota, I really believe Trump had a shot at Minnesota, but I was wrong, and I admit that, and I'm sorry I portrayed it that way. I'm sorry I portrayed Minnesota that way, but I want to look at Minnesota just a little bit closer here. If you look in, in the areas he had to do better in, I said he would have to make all of this solid. He didn't make it solid, and that was the problem. He needed to really get out his base in Minnesota in these areas and do better in Minneapolis, but he didn't. Joe Biden destroyed him in Minneapolis. So, you know what? It is okay. I thought it could go to him. I thought that he could maybe do it, but I thought if he didn't do it, it'd be tilt D. But instead, it was like crazy. It was like solid D. What was it? It was by 9 at least, I think. 7. Yeah, so I got that one wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I really got that one wrong. Wisconsin and Michigan, I'm not going to say I got it wrong yet. I think that Wisconsin's very weird. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. It's within 20,000 votes, and guys, there's some shady stuff going on in Wisconsin. I was up all night on election night, and there's just some shady stuff. I'm not going to say a lot because I don't know, and I think Trump is definitely going to Wisconsin to challenge that in court. So I'm not ready to say I got Wisconsin wrong, because if you're telling me that Biden got more votes in Wisconsin than Obama, I don't know. Michigan, once again, I'm not ready to say I was wrong there. Michigan, they have it by around 2.5%, which means he's almost up 100,000 votes in Michigan. I just can't believe that. I mean, and once again, that's going to be challenged in court. So even if I am wrong, that means it was a 3-point wrong in Michigan, which isn't bad. I did call Pennsylvania to go tilt D, and it's looking that way. It wasn't looking that way for a while. It was looking like Trump had its shot, but Joe Biden did pull out a good advantage there. But once again, Trump's going to go to all these states and with his lawyers and get him with his lawyers. So those 3 states are very interesting. We'll keep an eye on those throughout the next coming videos. So I'm not ready to say I was wrong in Michigan and Wisconsin for sure, and I was right in Pennsylvania so far because I did project Biden to win Pennsylvania. North Carolina, I'm looking right on par in North Carolina. North Carolina's going to go to Trump by a tilt margin. I don't even know. The fact that they haven't called it yet is just abysmal. But Georgia is where it's getting interesting. Georgia, I had it as a lean Republican, or rather, lean Republican. And Joe Biden's actually in the lead in Georgia, which they're actually going to have to do a mandatory recount because Atlanta, Fulton County was really weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this election, but it's 2020. And I do think that Trump will hold on there in Georgia. Probably by a tilt margin. So I said he'd win it by 4, and if he wins it by 1, then 3 points, not that bad. Georgia's a weird state, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Florida, I nailed. I said he'd win it by 5, or I think I said he'd win it by 4. He won it by 4, I believe. Yes, he won it by around 4 points. I nailed that call. And when it was coming in, and I want to look specifically at Miami-Dade, this is a county that Trump lost by over 30 points in 2016, and he only lost it by 7%. So you're talking about huge Latino support for Donald Trump in this election. I also said that New Hampshire would be tilt Democrat, and it was likely Democrat, I believe. Yeah, it was by 6. It was about 7 points, and there in New Hampshire. So I was just off just by a few. I said it'd go to Biden by 2. And it went to him by 6. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to get every state right. Maine, 2nd district, I also nailed. So, I got Maine pretty much right. It went to Biden by 1 point over a lean margin. So, not that bad. Not too bad. Not too bad from a first presidential election projection ever. And like I said, and once again, I want to say that I got it right. I did not project Biden to win Wisconsin by 12, like fake news media and all these people who got the polls wrong. The polls were abysmal, and I projected it to go this way. I projected it to be this close. So for all of the critics against me who say that my projection was wrong, I wasn't that wrong. And I'm not ready to say that Wisconsin and Michigan were wrong. I am ready to say Minnesota was wrong. That was wrong. So I'm not ready to say that. All right, but I want to talk about Arizona really quickly. Arizona's getting interesting. Arizona might go red, and I'm not even joking. Trump is just under 0.57. Actually, it's even gone lower since when I last looked at it. It's actually less than 0.5 points. Less than 0.5 in Arizona. Fox News called this at around 10 p.m. on election night. 10 p.m. And you have the counties that still need to come in, heavy Trump counties. La Paz County, that's heavy Trump County. And it's only 89% of the vote in. And Trump only has to make up under 20,000 votes. So let's just say he gets 1,000 there. Maybe just 1,000. We'll go low. All right, so that's now he has to make up 15,000. Here in Moab County, we'll give him another 1,000. There's still 98%. There's still 2% left. And here in Yavapai County, 2% left. We'll give him another 1,000. So we're down to 12,000. In Pinocchio County, we'll give that 50-50. It's not really going to be changing that much. But where it gets interesting is in Maricopa County. We have 2% of the vote remaining, and most of that coming in is favoring Donald Trump. So maybe we'll give him 3,000 in Maricopa. That's the most heavily populated. But here in Pinal County, with 3% of the vote left, all of this is going to be favoring Donald Trump. And I really think that Donald Trump can make this go to at least a recount, if not get this in his column. And if Donald Trump gets Arizona in his column, he holds on to Georgia, he holds on to North Carolina, and he gets one court case to go his way in one of these states, he will win the election. So I'm not ready to say that Joe Biden has won this election yet. Unlike what the fake news media has said, unlike what everybody has been saying it's over, and even I was kind of skeptical the other day, but I really think that Trump still has a path to win this election. He should not concede at any point, not until it is for sure that there is no way he can win. Because right now it's looking like Arizona could go to him, and actually Alaska's still not called, which is ridiculous. But it's looking like Arizona's going to go to him. Georgia will go to him in a recount. I really do believe that. North Carolina looking good, and if he can just win one court case, which only one doesn't seem that far-fetched, then he can still win this election. So do not count Daddy Trump out. Now I want to go to my Senate projections, which I got I did really good in my Senate projection, believe it or not. All right, so this is the Senate as of now. Oops, that looks terrible. All right, so this is the Senate as of now, runoffs, and this was my projection. So Oregon, Arizona, I had Oregon solid, Arizona. Arizona was tilt D, I called that, and Arizona was tilt D. New Mexico was lean D. I called New Mexico lean D. Colorado was safety. I called Colorado safety. I called Minnesota was lean D by 4 points. It was very close in Minnesota, and I said it would be tilt. I said it'd go to him by around 3. And I said also it would depend on how the election would go. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to get everything right. I projected John James to win Michigan, and he barely lost it. But like I said, it is not over. He is not conceding that race in Michigan. He is not conceding it, and I don't think he should. There was some really fishy stuff going on in those Rust Belt states. And I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get banned off of YouTube. But there's some really fishy stuff. He barely lost it. He lost it by just around 1.5 points, which can be changed if Trump can get behind him in these lawsuits. Iowa, I said, would go to the Republicans by a likely margin. It went to him by a lean margin, but not too far off there. I think it went to her by like 7 points, and I called it by 9 points or so. So North Carolina, I said, would be tilt Republican, and it's looking that way, even though it's not been called. I had Alaska likely Republican, and that's looking that way, even though it hasn't been called, which again is abysmal. I said that Georgia would be lean Republican, and it's in a runoff, and the special election is also in a runoff. I also said Maine would go to the Democrats, and I was wrong in that one as Maine went to the Republicans. So once again, I'm sorry I was wrong in some of these projections. I'm sorry I misled you, but like I said, you're not going to get everything right. It's a projection, right? So just can't hold it against me. Now, my house projection was pretty much on par. I got almost everything right. This is where it stands as of now, 218 to 198. I did very good at my house projection. I actually projected that flip. I projected a couple of flips, and you're going to see this probably go to exactly what I had it, which was that Republicans getting 207 seats. I projected my big projection when I thought that he could do it in Oregon. I don't really know what this is. So Peter DeFazio and Scarlatos. I said he could do it. I really thought he could. And he almost did. He got it within 5, so not bad. I almost got it. But that was my bold projection, so I'm not really too worried about that. So, guys, that's about it. That's the end of this video. Looking at it, once again, do not count Trump out. It is not over. It is not over. Keep an eye on Arizona. That has not been called yet. Keep an eye on it. It's getting very interesting. And these lawsuits are going to get interesting. I don't know, guys. Do not believe anything until it is over. Until Trump concedes, don't believe anything. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. 216. I'm going to set a goal of 270 by Christmas. Can we get to 270 by Christmas? Actually, let's go 260, I think. I think I can get 260 by Christmas. Let's try to get 260 by Christmas. 260 by Christmas. Can we get there? Please share this video with others. Please like it, as that does beef it up. And hit that notification bell. Comment down below on future videos you would like to see. As this race is not over, do not count Trump out. It is not over no matter what the news media says. So, guys, thank you for watching. Legacy Politics out.